Pre-op diet, day 4. Halfway there, guys. Now let's see how I wake up this morning with this dog crawling all over me. Well, I guess it's time to wake up. All right, let's get it. Day 4, coffee. Oh, damn, I'm out. Back of the store, gotta get this coffee. All right, let's try this one. So you guys know what today is, right? April Fools, I got you guys. This whole thing's been a big hoax. Nah, I'm just playing. It's going down. It's real. 7 more days to go. 7 more days to go, huh? Well, my surgery is on the 8th. Today's the 1st. Yeah, about 7 more days. Next Monday, actually. Shit. It just set in. Oh, my God. 1 more week of working out. Today, I stopped all my vitamins per doctor's orders. I'm only going to be doing my blood pressure medication once a day from here to then. And then, we just get used to this pre-op diet, which has been pretty good so far. So I can't really have nothing to complain about other than seeing all the stuff I can't have. When I say the things that I cannot have, I got to remember that it's only temporary. I had a big conversation and I really broke down to my dietitian last week when I went there to pick up the soups and stuff and say, you got to give me a light at the end of the tunnel here, right? And she reminded me, she goes, do you remember what I told you? I told you, as long as you finish your protein and your vegetables, after a while, you can finish 2 bites or have 2 bites of anything you want afterwards, as long as you have your protein and your vegetables in. She said, well, name something that maybe you'll miss. And I said, I don't know, chips or something. She goes, you can have those. You can have this. You can have that. I started naming a lot of things off and she was like, you can have those things. So again, remember, it's not forever. I mean, you do want to keep those things to a limited and avoid them at all costs whenever you can. But if a craving kicks you here and there, and after you're done with the stuff you have, if you want 1 or 2 chips, if you want like a bite of something, that's fine. So now that I know that, and now that it's kind of settled in, it's made this process way easier. Another thing is, I really try to train my brain these last couple weeks. Just every time I get this negative thought or I get a doubt in my mind, I immediately say stop, and I try to force myself to think about something positive, right? So if I tell myself, oh man, I really would like pizza, whatever, it's like, well, guess what? You can have that later when you're feeling a lot better. Or, oh man, I wish it's like, dude, just think of something positive. Just try to distract your mind. Try to think of, the future for yourself, right? Because right now it sucks. Right now you're like, oh my God, you're probably down on yourself or whatever. But in the future, you're gonna feel a lot better. So keep looking forward to that, right? Now, I've realized there's 2 types of people in this world. There's the people that go about this and they're like, oh my God, our world's gonna end, which I'm guilty of kind of being in for a little bit. And then there's the people that are like super excited to do this, right? They can't wait to do this. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could be one of those people. So it's like everything else, it takes training, it takes skill, it takes drilling it into your brain. And I've chose these last kind of week to just sit there and drill it into my brain that like, hey, we're good. We are good. And now that I've had a couple talks with my family, and everybody's pretty cool about it. So I guess the motivation's back. Okay, so today's gonna be a little bit different. We are gonna drink our coffee. I'm gonna go work out. But I think today I'm gonna switch up because I saw on the paper you could. See, right there. It says it right there. As you can tell there, it said I can switch my lunch for dinner. It's interchangeable. So I think today I'm going to do my dinner later. I'm going to have a pretty busy day in the morning here. So I think I'll just do the broth that's my dog. But I think I want to do the broth and the fruit juice for lunch. And then we'll see how that goes. I will have a protein bar here in about a half an hour before I start my workout. Now, with all that being said, party time. Workout time. Let's get it. So we're on a little adventure. I was getting ready to work out and there's been a little sore on my foot that I just started bothering me right now. And I was like, hey, told my brother to check it out. And he said, hey, I don't like the way it looks. Maybe you've had your shoe on for too long. It just looks like you've had a Band-Aid on it for too long. So I'm like, man, I haven't. So I'm just gonna go get it checked out, only because knowing that this surgery is coming, I do not want to go in there with like an unknown, like, infection on my toe or something. And I just want to make sure our health is first, all care is first. So, this has got to happen. So I'll let you guys know what goes on. Well, here we are. So I just left the doctor's office. I guess it was a blister that peeled off and got a little bit infected because I didn't pay attention to it, honestly. I just thought it was a little abrasion I had on the bottom of my toe that normally, like a cracked toe or whatever, and it usually goes away. This time it wasn't. I looked and it was probably a little more serious, but they are going to put me on some topical antibiotics and stuff. I got to call the doctor to make sure that everything's still okay on his side and me getting surgery on Monday. It's a little frustrating, but hey, some setbacks are going to happen. I kind of expected something to happen, honestly. It always does, but it's okay. It's fine. We're going to go through this. So I'm going to call the doctor, see what he tells me, and then I'll let you guys know what's going on. He also told me to pick some of this stuff and keep my foot dry. So now that I'm back from the doctors, everything went pretty good. I didn't get bad news. I'm going to wait for some results to see what's going on with my foot, actually. I don't think it's bad. I think I'm just going to have to take some oral antibiotics. Like I said, I got to check with the doctor about that. Hopefully everything goes good. But until then, I'm just going to keep my foot dry, kind of keep it clean, and then see what goes on. But for now, since we're back, remember I said I'm going to switch my dinner for my lunch today. And I'm going to have a soup and one of those protein drinks. So let's get that done. Our soup and our protein drink for the day. I have seen that one of these does help with mixing your protein drink stuff because it does get chunky and it is hard for it to dissolve. Protein drink. I like that one. I like it a lot once it's mixed up right. 8 out of 10. For my chicken bouillon soup, I like to put really hot water because it helps it dissolve. The problem is that as you can tell, it does stay a little chunky, and even if I stir, it doesn't help break it up much. What really does help break it up is just giving it time. So give it about, 2, 3, 4 minutes to kind of dissolve everything. It eventually will, and it's really good. Now, as far as the chicken soup goes, I will tell you, it tastes just like a Campbell's soup without everything in it, just the water. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 only because I really love Campbell's chicken noodle soup. So now that we're finishing up with lunch, I'm going to go ahead and do some art. And then a little bit later, I'll take you through my snack and my dinner. And then see what else the doctor told me, the surgeon told me once I get that phone call back. And then pick up my meds. So as I'm eating my lunch and I'm eating soups and protein drinks, check out what's at the table. Now looking at these, I tell myself, man, I'm going to miss those things, right? No, I tell myself, until next time, buddies. For right now, it's this. So I'm not really worried about it. It's mind over matter. Remember that. Just stay strong. So I just got off the phone with the surgeon, and he said everything's good to go. The abrasion or whatever it is on my toe, it's fine to take the antibiotics up until the day of surgery. So that's what we're doing. And now we're at the store to buy bone broth because the bone broth, I'm thinking it would be better than the water in the soup. And I'd probably get a little more nutrients. So we'll try that tonight or tomorrow. The kettle and fire bone broth. So once I got back from the store, I did some art on the front. And once I was done, I was kind of hungry. So I did one of these shakes. A few hours later, time for dinner. And as I said before, 6 ounces, 3 chicken, 3 veggies. So here I am weighing out this chicken again. I first thought this wasn't going to be much chicken for me. And after a couple of days, I kind of got used to the portion size. Once I'm done weighing it, I'm going to go ahead and put it on that plate and then weigh out the veggies, one piece at a time. These are steamed already, so I don't know if it adds weight or doesn't, but either way, they are good. But you know what makes them taste a little bit better? Some Mrs. Dash. Now, I don't exactly know how much to put, but here it is. Looks good, huh? And then remember, you got to keep chewing. Just keep chewing. Oh, yeah. Also, put that fork down and continue to keep chewing and chewing. Now, once I was done with dinner, I did allow myself to have a little bit of Jell-O and a paleta. One of those sugar-free popsicles. Now, looking back at my day, I got a little worried today when I went to the doctors. But it's a necessity. You have to take care of yourself, especially with the major surgery coming up. You don't want any surprises. I had to contact my doctor. I had to go to the urgent care. I had to do all these things that make me uncomfortable. But getting to those uncomfortable times are actually like little breakthroughs for me. Putting yourself in situations that you're not going to like. And then knowing at the end of the day, you're going to turn out pretty good. And that's the mindset I got to carry into this surgery. Look, I even did good today with my calories. See you guys tomorrow.